Hello, this is Angela Johnstone, Program Director in Special Education. I am presenting on the in-state transfer-in process. There is a specific Washington Administrative Code, Washington Administrative Code 392, 172A, 03105, when IEPs must be in effect. And there's very specific language describing that process. So I'm going to read from that code. It is if a student eligible for special education transfers from one school district to another school district within the state and has an IEP that was in effect for the current school year from the previous school district, the new school district, now Spokane Public Schools, in consultation with the parents, must provide FAPE, free and appropriate education, to the student, including services comparable to those described in the student's IEP, until the new school district either A, adopts the student's IEP from the previous school district, or B, develops, adopts, and implements a new IEP that meets the applicable requirements in the Washington Administrative Code, which that guidance then is provided throughout that particular document. Now, that being said, what's the key piece here is it's imperative then that we've reviewed the student's materials coming from in-state from another school district. That would include the evaluation and the IEP. The critical components are making sure that the IEP is reflected of the services and the goal areas that we've identified or that were identified in the evaluation, that we're not providing over and above services that were completed within that 3-year evaluation period. It's also then looking to make sure that the IEP is accurate and that there are services that we more typically provide. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Predominantly, many of the transfer-in students that we receive, they're going to go through this process with ease. They're going to be students that we replicate those services. Most states have very similar programs to what we offer. There will be a few of those complexities. Now, in looking at this, there is a form that we have. It's called the in-state transfer-in student information form. There's a set of questions that you're answering. The questions are fairly specific. Students entering the special education records school district in Washington, including a current IEP completed from what district? Developed on what date? The evaluation was completed by what district on what date? So there's just a series of questions, in addition to then noting how much service time and in what areas, because that's what is recorded then by our compliance secretaries and then counted. So this student then, the minute we get this paperwork, which would be this form as the cover sheet, the current IEP that you've now received from the previous school district, and the evaluation from the previous school district, along with the prior written notice, which one copy would be sent to the family. Remember that we are in consultation with the family and we have now taken action. So that's a critical piece, is we've got to make sure this documentation is sent out. But there will be then a copy that comes with the paperwork that's sent in, that's the district copy. So that, along with the cover sheet, IEP and evaluation, and the prior written notice, would be sent to our compliance secretary. They will review it, enter that information in, and then that student then shows up on your caseload, which is critical, because then we, at that point, legitimately can count that student as being served in our school district. So very critical. So we want to help expedite this for 2 reasons. One is reflecting that on your student count. The other is to demonstrate that we have provided services as quickly as possible. Now, in the event that this isn't a typical IEP, if there's something in the IEP that is requires authorization, such as authorizing an interpreter or a one-on-one or something that's beyond what we typically offer, then please involve your program assistant at your particular level within the special education leadership team. And you're going to know who that is. If you don't, please call us and we'll let you know. But that individual wants to be looped in and needs to be looped in so that we can help walk through the process and or secure whatever those resources are to help provide those services to the student that are written into a legally binding document. And that's one of the other critical pieces. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to call us and we will help you with whatever processes you have. Thank you very much. Bye.